Hi guys, I'm Ryan from Read With My Eyes, and I have a good book review for you, Headlights by C.J. Leede. This is a book that C.J. Leede gave me at AuthorCon. This is an art copy. I did read it a little bit late, but not too much, and she got a nice signature there. So, anyway, we are here for Headlights by C.J. Leede. This is a weird book. It's kind of half like procedural, half weird horror, and also a horror-mance. A horror/romance. This is The Shining meets True Detective and an ode to John Denver at the same time. There is a trauma thing going on that is triggered by John Denver songs. But also you get into John Denver's biography, which I didn't know a lot about. Seems like a mild-mannered guy, but there is definitely an edge to him, and this book explores that edge to John Denver, which is really interesting. So this book is a Colorado book. You get a lot of stuff about Colorado in this book. John Denver, obviously, was a Colorado boy. The Shining was influenced by the Stanley Hotel, which is in Colorado. The Stanley Hotel heavily influenced the Overlook Hotel, which is featured in The Shining. And you get like all the locations of Denver and Aspen. You get so many hiking locations. This book is like, it's kind of like a road novel for Colorado. This is a book about a guy that left Colorado when things got too heavy in this case. He also lost his parents and he lost his wife in the same time span of a year. He was just really depressed. The case kind of ended, but he didn't understand who was behind it. Then 5 years later, he's in the FBI. It's actually his last day on the FBI. He gets a call from the director, Jack, that says, hey, it's happening again. He decides, hey, I'm going to find out what happened in this town and going to solve this case finally. So the case is really weird. Good C.J. Leede. Is about victims found on the side of the road, and they are encased in someone else's skin. They maybe murdered them. You don't know. They have no recollection of any of these crimes at all, but they are found in another person's skin. They have a hair wrapped around their tongue. Issues that I had with the book keeps you in the dark for a really long time. I'd say 65% of the book you're in the dark. Then that 65% mark, they do have a break in the case, and then that's when stuff starts heading in the right direction. And that's what I loved. I loved the last 35% of this book is awesome and amazing. And I wish the book would have kept that pace. I didn't need this book solved, but I needed a red herring or something where there was at least a direction that people were going into. And that's what we didn't get. The ending is good. It has a good resolve. A nice ending that wraps up everything. But who is responsible for these killings? I had a little issue with that. I didn't totally like where the direction the book went in on that element. I do think this book is a bold, well-written novel. This is her swing book, and I appreciate her for it. This is actually my first C.J. Leede book. I have her other two novels and have them signed because I met her. I haven't taken the journey from C.J. Leede before, but I really loved the writing and the writing style. Definitely Mayfly is going to be the next book that I read from her. I actually ended up in a really good conversation with Brian McCauley, who writes slashers, and he's like, you have to read that slasher. And I didn't even know Mayfly was a slasher because there's kind of a creature on the cover. But this book too, there's kind of a wolf on the cover, and I thought, oh, it's a werewolf novel, and I talked to her about it. She's like, no, it's not a werewolf novel. So it is not a werewolf novel. Definitely there is a wolf on the cover, and it is kind of about nature and the wolf mentality. That's where the wolf really comes into it, and the nature preserve of if we get rid of all the wolves, what happens? That is definitely the big theme in this book of getting rid of nature. What happens? Where's the next predator going to come from? And that's what this book is about. That's why there is a predator that is released in this book, because they've gotten rid of too many other predators. A well-written book, a bold swing. Everything didn't work, so I rated this book 3.5 out of 5 stars. Definitely going to read, though, another C.J. Leede. Alright guys, I'm Ryan from Reading With My Eyes. If you guys could like, subscribe, all that stuff,